There we go. Now we're live. Hey, there we go. Now we're live. Hey, hey, hey. Sorry about that. If we had to jump over, I guess I had it set up for too long. Yay, we made it to YouTube. Just a little technical glitch there. Last second, it was like, okay, we're ready to go. 5 minutes early, and now, of course, we're 5 minutes late. Welcome to Mercury retrograde, everybody. Not our focus for tonight, but something we could talk about. Welcome to our Virgo Dark Moon healing work with Q&A with me, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Soul Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi. Hi, everybody. What a busy, busy, busy day it has been, even though it is Dark Moon in Virgo. We've got some changes we're making tonight. It's been a while since I have done a super chat, a live chat here on YouTube, but considering what we are all going through and the inspiration hit, we're going to be working again. Yay! Thank you, Autumn Phoenix, for being here, and Brightest Bindi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Howdy. You have the brightest bindi I've ever seen. We actually have two moderators joining us tonight. We will talk about that when they get here. They should be jumping over momentarily from the chat room that couldn't. Now you're in the chat room that can, obviously. And let me just close out that window because I had to copy and paste stuff from the old one to the new one. Good. Now it's just us. Hi, 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 everybody. We're going to give people some time to readjust. They're going to like go to one and then that won't work. And hopefully they will find the other. But, you know, courage to change the things we can, right? So welcome, welcome. I have a checklist of stuff to go through tonight, but we are trying something different tonight. So I'm just going to wait for my moderators to pop in the room. Mal Flanders and Meow Meow Dollface will be our moderators tonight, and I've asked them to do something a little bit different as a possible new way of doing things here for Drawing the Circles YouTube channel. So let's see if they make their jump over. Ladies, let me know if you're in the room. Because otherwise we have a really lovely evening ahead of us. Not terribly long, I wouldn't think. But since it is Q&A, and we'll talk about that once we get going, if we all just kind of flow with it, we'll get everything done. And I promise you now, before this gets going, I will answer every question asked to the best of my ability, and certainly within a time constraint. I mean, if you're going to ask me what's it all about, Alfie, that might take a while. It could take a hot minute. So anyway, that's that. Just waiting for Mal and Meow Meow to show up. I would hope by now they figured out that, because I left messages in the other room. I could type, but the camera wasn't engaging. There she is, my Mal Flanders. Thank you, and I'm sure that Meow Meow of the doll face, ow, is not too far behind. Anyway, we're going to get into our program in a few minutes. Just did want to take a moment, though, to thank my subscribers. You guys have really kept me going. Slow and steady wins the race. I am getting there. My new goal, I know I'm not at 2,000 subscribers yet, but my goal is 30,000 so I can get the membership button. So I can have my extended reads here on YouTube instead of moving them over to Vimeo, but I might put them in both places. The difference is if you're a member, you pay one payment per month and have access to all of the extended videos, or you could buy them piecemeal, it's a horrible word for it, on Vimeo on demand. So help me get there. Help me get there. We've got Dee Hansel in the room. There's my Susan. Good, good, good. Let's see. I understand, but I don't think Meow has. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. We're all going to do this. So we're trying something new tonight. Because, you know, making super chats is one of the big ways that YouTubers make their money here, and this is part of my career. It's not the only thing I do, but it's a pretty creative part of it. So cranking out the videos and stuff that I love doing just to a camera, that's great. Great creativity for me, and certainly like going to the psychic gym every day. But it's these live chats that really, it brings out the teacher in me, the other stuff that I do, as well as the divinatory, professional, intuitive stuff. So here's what we are going to be doing. In terms of Q&As, from now on, or at least we're going to see, I will have moderators in the room tonight. Meow Dollface and Mal Flanders are our moderators. Try and get that one out after a long day. And their roles are pretty simple. You know, the usual moderator stuff. If someone's being an asshole, out they go. Right? Anybody's being rude, they can mute you, they can boot you, they can whatever else. They're a mother-daughter team, so I wouldn't cross them. But what they're really doing for these chats in particular is they are going to be the question keepers when we do Q&A. In other words, you type in a question, they will write it down, because if I have to constantly keep putting my eyes down that way, I get derailed. But also if someone super chats a question, because there's a way to do that, right? That little $signy thing at the bottom, right? You do it to super chat, you can type in a question and a certain amount of money. The longer the amount of money, the longer it stays up. But regardless, they're going to write them down anyway. So I will get everybody's question, but we have the agreement that super chats have priority, right? So if you want your question done, outbid the next one, but they will all get done. But also we have other things to do tonight. So I'm going to save the Q&A a little bit for later. If somebody really does ask a question while I'm doing my thing, the ladies are there to write them down and let me know what they are when we get there. Good? Everybody cool with that? Otherwise, this would be our welcome schmooze time that we just did. We're going to do an opening prayer. We're going to talk a little bit about the dark moon in Virgo, getting ready for the new moon in Libra on Friday, which is sort of like, it's just like a new moon in Aries on Tuesday, right? It's just a certain alignment of zodiacal and planetary energies that are just strike when the iron is hot, right? So it's all Venus. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Then we will get into some healing work, some stuff that's come to me over the past couple of weeks, really since Mabon, since autumnal equinox, working with the Emerald Violet Fire thing. Got that one on the table, right? That crown chakra stuff. Tonight we are going to be working with the Heart Fire Emerald Flame of Archangel Ariel, of which I apparently am extremely woven into. We're going to throw in some violet flame work with that too. That, as I said, if you had it, if you have a green stone and a purple stone and then a purple and green stone, which I just happen to have because I'm a fucking Virgo. We've got the emerald flame. Actually looks a little bit like a flame, right? We've got my violet, my amethyst, so malachite, amethyst, and fluorite here, just as focal points and carriers of the vibration, right? It's not necessary, but it's nice, right? You can use crayons, you can use whatever it is you got. Cool. Let me see who else is in this room. I see a lot of familiar names. I'm scared to pay on here. Susan, you can get a reading whenever you want, but I gotta tell you, YouTube's pretty, they can't really afford to have shenanigans in their payment system. You know what I mean? There are channels that are doing like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So, you know, I wouldn't be too worried about it. Now, if you're worried about this, the malware aspect of it, but I'm Mal and I know what to wear, but I don't know that much about malware, right? So just saying, not my field of expertise. Dinkity dink dink dink, said his eyelashes. Otherwise, I think, are we ready? Are we ready for an opening prayer? Considering we had a little bit of a wonky start technologically, but we're here. Let's do that. Everybody get yourself comfortable in a position that you can stay in for a couple of minutes. Now, my standard rules do apply with this. If you are prone to falling asleep during prayer and meditation, that's fine. I don't care. In fact, I take that as a compliment at this point. It means my voice was soothing enough to lull you into a place of relaxation. I pay good on Vimeo. Yes, you do. I know, girl. You've been watching my extendeds. I really appreciate it. Oh, I am really glowing tonight, aren't I? Lancome. See, this is what I mean about getting derailed. Get yourself comfortable. If you are prone to fall asleep, please make sure you are surrounded by pillows and cushions that, you know, no lit candles around you, you know, head for the name of the Father, straight for the candle, you know, be safe, right? And any breath work that we do tonight, because I do have it on the list, you take that at your own pace, all right? I've been doing breath work for decades, different kinds. This Wim Hof thing's working for me. If I'm guided to do it, I'll do it, and I'll tell you what you need to do where we go. Oh, am I rock star glowing? Stop. You'd make me blush if I still could. Unfortunately, my family has an anti-blushing gene. You know, it's the genetic crapshoot of human incarnation, but here we are. Hey, Grace, glad you made the jump over. Hello, Miriam, my darling. How are you? So one more time, we're going to get to the Q&A later, but we have 2 moderators in the room tonight, really going to be taking any questions. So even as I'm doing this, if someone asks a question particular to me that needs to be answered for the Q&A section, they will write it down. They will let me know when I say, for instance, ladies, give me a question, right? Now, super chats have priority. That's the new rule. We're playing with that a little bit. So, you know, pop in a super chat and ask a question, and the super chats will have priority. But I promise all questions will be answered to the best of my ability. I mean, if all of a sudden, you know, great God Dionysus possesses me and I don't know, we all turn into dolphins or something, that's a little bit beyond my purview and control. What are you going to do? Good. Good. Mom came home today. Oh, good. Excellent, Grace. So glad that she did. All right. Let's do our prayer. See, this is what happens. That's why moderators, keep the room in line. Now pray. Everybody get ready. Take a few nice, full, deep breaths. To the extent that you can, right? Everything we just talked about and everything we're going to talk about, let it be where it is. In the past and in the future. And if you like, you can close your eyes and just focus on your breath in whatever way is comfortable. You don't have to Wim Hof. You don't have to rebirth. You don't have to do anything other than inhale, exhale, repeat in whatever orifices work and serve. And in this moment, take in this moment. The eternal now. Turn your senses inward. Let my voice be just a gentle guide. This isn't even meditation. This is just being here now. Interior check-in. Dark moon in Virgo, big time. Let your body relax. Like just scan it from head to toe, right? Like this flashlight of awareness. To those little nooks and crevices, like around the eyes, behind the ears, the jaw, right? Oh, don't even realize you're holding tension there until you put the attention into the tension. Down the shoulders, right? The arms, upper back, middle back, lower back. I'm the only one on camera as far as I know, so let your gut pop out. It's fine. Your butt, your thighs, your knees, your legs, your feet, just relax. And as body relaxes, focus on the breath. At your own pace. Just bringing you into the present moment, because you can't focus on your breath and be in the future and the past. You can only be here now. And the mind will wander as it does. And let the thoughts go by like leaves on a stream. Just going by a stream of consciousness. Thought wants to stick in one of the eddies of the stream, just take a breath and watch it go. So with body and mind gently relaxing, we easily come into a more centered place within ourselves, a sacred space within ourselves, Holy of Holies, the domain of the soul, that still, small voice. And it is from this place I offer this prayer. Dearest God, dearest Goddess, all that is, we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes. We're here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us, so we don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent us are directing us. We are content to go wherever you wish, knowing that we do not go there alone, and that we will be healed as we are taught to heal. Please show me what you would have me do, where you would have me go, what you would have me say, and to whom in tonight's program. Use me. Every chakra, every meridian, every nerve, every cell, every tissue, every organ, every system, my emotions, my intuition, my voice, my mind, my knowledge, my wisdom, my power, and most of all, my love. That I may help fulfill my role in the divine plan tonight, and in that support the fulfillment of the divine plan for all who are watching live or later, for the well-being of all. Thank you. So motivating. And so it is. Take a minute. Well, you're all mellowed out. I'm just getting divine juice poured through me. This is just water, by the way, if you're new. Boy's got to stay hydrated. How do you think I get my skin to look like this? The tears of small children in decent Lancome. That's a joke, sort of. Someday we're going to find out that the tears of small children means, like, I don't know, like a marigold leaf. Right, the petal, the little tears of small children. So hi, and welcome. Come on in. Make yourself comfortable. I would like to once again introduce our moderators for tonight, Meow Meow Dollface and Mal Flanders, daughter and mother, respectively. You'll be seeing them more and more on the channel as the months and years go by. I'm very, very happy to have them here. And their role is, of course, as moderators, to boot anybody who jumps in, starts being rude and assholey instead of holy. God, I trust them to that. I don't even want to know why they got booted, honestly. But they will be our question keepers when we get to that Q&A process, as well as while I am talking about stuff. If a question comes up, that let them write it down. They will feed them to me when we are ready to get there. But we also do have quite a bit of healing stuff to do today. Now, if you are a member of the Angelo Lyons Mal for Short private Facebook group, you have access to some of the words that I will be saying tonight, particularly the Emerald. Is that like the hemorrhage chakra? The Emerald Heart Chakra fire prayer, spell thingy, whatever you want to call it, as well as the Violet Fire Crown Chakra Coal is going to be working Crown Chakra and Heart Chakra Green, Crown Chakra Violet. And we're going to mix them both together for our healing and for the healing of all. Yes, Mom, so glad that your mom is home safe, sweetheart. And thank you all so much who prayed for my friend. He's in, I want to say constant contact, but that's an email service. That could be misleading. We are in communication with other. He's doing good. It's getting through it. No one's quite out of the woods on this one, 2020, but he's doing okay. So thank you so much for your prayers and meditations. And by the way, to plug the Facebook group. It's not like I make money out of the private Facebook group, but it's how a lot of these people know each other. If you're new, right, to my channel, how they're getting to know each other, because it's a private Facebook group. We can say whatever we want, but same rules apply. If you're an asshole, you're gone, right? Bye-bye. Cool. All right. So we're gonna talk about this. Right now we are in dark moon in Virgo. I am a Virgo, do the math, right? Really is only supposed to happen once a year, but we actually got it twice because of that weird new moon last time around, right? The astrology's been a little weird, and this one is similar because we will be hitting the new moon in Libra on Friday, but only for like less than 3 hours, like 3:30 something p.m. Me and my astrological calendar. Yeah, 3:31 p.m. it goes new moon, and then it goes void, of course, 6:11 p.m. So not a whole hell of a lot of time, but I figured this is something that we could do in advance, right, to prepare you. But understand that 3 days before new moon are dark moon, right? It is the death period. It is the releasing period. It's the dissolving. It's the death before the rebirth, the shedding of the menstrual lining, if we have to go there. Please don't make me. You kind of get the deal with that. So I figured what a good time to do some healing, some releasing, some stuff like that, because Virgo moon, you see, Virgo 6th house is about healing, health, occupation, but everybody puts occupation in terms of what they do for a living, right? Like, oh, that must be my divine purpose. Being incarnate's your divine purpose, right? Being the love as best you can. That helps a lot. But what are you occupied with? Because your occupations, what you are occupied with, affect your health and vice versa, right? So to give you a little something to put your focus and your attention on. Now, the thing about the new moon in Libra, as I said earlier, magically, it's sort of like a jackpot. A new moon in Libra on Friday is like the love magic bonanza. All right. Oh, Mal Flanders, do you also have flames and meditations for the other chakras? Can you give us a shopping list for stones? Yes, I do, actually. Well, let me clarify that. Let's start here. Brilliant question. Great place to jump off. My experience of chakras goes back a really fucking long time. I mean, I remember reading Gavin and Yvonne Frost. Now, there's some names in witchcraft you might not be familiar with. They scared a lot of people. But that at 12, 13 years old is when I learned about energy centers. They didn't necessarily come right out and name them by Sanskrit name, Muladhara, Sahasrara and all that. Anahata, which I think is a great name for a drag queen. Let me talk to the stage. Anahata. That's just me. But then, of course, Dion Fortune's, the Psychic Powers ones, I forget what it was called, but it's a classic, right? Some of these go back to the 20s, right? The 100 years ago, holy crap. But then, of course, I studied more of the Eastern stuff, and through yoga and meditation and breath work. The chakra fire came about as a result of my work with what you would consider the New Age 90s, right? The Ascended Masters, Elizabeth Clare Prophet, and Violet Flame, Blaze, 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 which a lot of the work that's coming through me, of course, is an amalgamation of what I've learned. Oh my God, I started this stuff when I was a teenager. I'm 52, man, literally the majority of my life. So what comes out of my mouth isn't plagiarism. It's just what's in my subconscious mind. And the divine is, I hate the word channeling, but bringing through me to share. And if it doesn't work for me, I don't use it. It's working for me, so I share it. To me, we are all spiritual teachers. If we can teach by example and share what works for us, understanding it ain't going to work for everybody. That's how it works. I've been literally over-analyzing pretty much every decision I've made for the past 25 years. Well, are you a Virgo, perhaps? Virgo, that we seem to do that. We tend to get a little microscopic like sand on shit because mutable earth, sand, Virgo. So just know, like, these couple of days building up to the new moon in Libra can really be an opportunity for self-healing. Virgos are the servants of the zodiac. No shit, obviously, right? But if we don't serve ourselves in that process, we burn out, we grow bitter, and then we start twisting our power because our power starts twisting us. It's just how it goes, right? There's a difference between an exfoliation and a sandblast. I've been watching those videos on YouTube with a sandblast of rusty objects, right? There's a difference. So for us to fill our own cups individually, regardless of what your zodiacal placements are, is just key, right? The healer needs their own healing as well, right? The servant needs to serve themselves. And so tonight is a piece of that. When we get to the healing part of this, I want you to take the words that I give you, even if you already got them on because I posted them in the Facebook group. Make them your own. Like, what comes through me comes through me. And I edit my stuff pretty much as I go. In other words, as soon as it doesn't feel right, or if a better word comes in, I'll pop it in there. I'm not so carved in stone. I'm literally ink on page. So play with the words as we go, because this is about what's right for you, for healing you. Dark moon in Virgo, we can become so microscopic in the things that need to be done that have not been done, right, through regret and worry. But also that service that we can give to ourselves in the simplest ways. Yes, we're going to be doing it here through prayer, meditation, visualization, spell work, whatever you want to do. But then think of all of that for the next couple of days, that healing inside of you, dark moon, to then hit that moment of new moon in Libra, balance, right? Ruled by the planet Venus, the full moon, right? So I'm doing the new moon to full moon reads now, right? Not right now, but you know what I'm saying. There is that extension of the waxing moon, right? From new to full. Well, the full moon's in Taurus, also ruled by Venus. So this is really big for love of all ways, shapes, and forms. And that's why they wanted me to talk about not just the emerald, the violet flame, but the emerald as well, but for our own personal planetary balance and healing and all that jazz. We'll get there when we get there, but then to bless the world with that as well. Cool. So at this point, briefly, I'll take a couple of questions. We're about a half hour in. Let me see. Did I answer, Miles? Do you also have flames and meditations for other chakras? Yes, I do. But in terms of stones, I mean, I have so many that I kind of have every color that I need. I've been collecting since, let's not count years, a long time, right? So they said, get a green stone. I said, is Malachite fine? They said, any green stone. I'm like, okay, right? And they said, and you have a purple one, and this one has been out in my garden all spring. In a tomato plant, as a matter of fact. So so that feels very happy and healthy. I already blessed them with the energies, so they're ready to go. But I also feel like use whatever you have. See, I was trained by those Pennsylvania mountain witches at one point, and one of them said to me, my elder Diane, said to me, what do you need? What do you got? Right? What do you need? What do you got? It's like, don't make too big of a deal out of it. Like, don't break the bank over something that really is a focal point, a carrier for your energy. It's not a magical tool without the witch, just saying. Or the energetic practitioner, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you call yourself. Angel, schmangel, pudding, and pie. So if anybody has any other questions before we get into the energetics of the night, I'll be glad to take a few now. So have at it. Post them. In the meantime, while that is setting up, here's going to be how we're going to do this. When we go into the healing aspect of it, we're going to start with the green stone. If you don't have one, just, I don't know, grab anything. Grab a head of lettuce. Actual, not the drag queen. Just saying. She's feisty. The violet flame one, will be doing the purple one next, and then we will blend the two of them together purely through breath work. I would like to say that the combination of a shopping list, pick a color of a chakra, find a stone that matches. It's like, I'm not that witch. I'm not that witch. As I said, yes, must be an Alexandrite set in a Tibetan moth setting. No, let's find something purple. Hey, take a rock, color it purple. I just had a color purple flashback. The whole movie, just right, Whoopi Goldberg, just the Rose Oprah, just right past my third eye. Distracting, right? Distracting. I love that movie though. I can't go there right now. I'll start crying. So if no one has any questions, we can get up in this gig. I also have a thing bookmarked here for this last part of it that we will do, a little thing from Matt Kahn about Mother Earth. But also this is for all the people in need of healing. Like, I know we can sit here and giggle all night long. Autumn Phoenix, why, thank you, Autumn Phoenix. I'm agog, I'm aghast, I'm grateful for that $30 super chat. Girl, you got a question? Make sure it gets to Mal if you have a question. Wait. Will this also apply to any aspect of our 3D energy field? And oh, you asked a question and super chatted at the same time. And heal others. Absolutely. Let's talk about this. See, the thing is, the third and fourth dimension are under the polarity of the illusion of duality, the illusion of separation. Everything appears separate, right? Therefore, the personality and the ego could have the experience in physical form. I didn't come up with this, folks. This is ancient shit. So the fourth dimension is time. Third dimension, physicality, right? Time is the fourth dimension. How long is it taking for you to get stuff done and manifest your highest dreams and fulfill your potential? It just takes time. That's the psychological interior part of it, right? Yeah, no, just healed my childhood wounds, went to a weekend workshop, they're all gone. 3 days later, right? It doesn't work like that, right? But because of the quantum entanglement, even from that direction, still implies we're separate things entangled. We are one energy field, the E that equals MC squared. So if you're an empath, you're so used to feeling everybody's everything through the quantum field. But what this is getting, all right then, if I'm part of the quantum field and what happens in the all happens in me, what happens in the outer and the inner, interwoven, same thing, quantum entanglement, then I can reverse that flow. I can consciously, deliberately infect the quantum field with certain vibrations, energies, thoughts, emotions, and intentions to, well, I guess you could say heal as well as destroy, right? Hex as well as bless. It's a neutral thing, but everybody has access. Talk about the real World Wide Web, darling. That's what it is. So, of course, as we heal, we all heal. And that, I believe, look, that might not be, let's put it this way, 3 waves of incarnation, they say. First wave, second wave, third wave. The empaths, the social justicers, and essentially the tech geeks, but we'll get to that later or another time, right? First wave empath, you came in to clear the energy field lifetime after lifetime after lifetime by being sensitive, having emotions, and moving things through you. So they're called the divine feminine. I prefer to call it the divine yin because everybody has those energies, but depending upon the incarnation, what you are healing for the planet, highly individualized curriculum, because the soul heals, grows, and evolves along with it. In other words, even if you're healing the negative energy of your next door neighbor, you get the benefit of the growth, right? Because it feels like unfair, but the transformation you go through is the gold you get from alchemizing the lead. I didn't write the rules. It's just how it works. That's how this works, darling. Yep. Yeah, I like Divine Yin, but this is YouTube. They don't know what you're talking about, right? Unless it's Kuan Yin. Everybody goes Kuan Yin. Good. We've got Phoenix's question. Let me see. Is there anything else there I missed in her question? Any aspect of our 3rd D energy field? So here's the thing. As above, so below. But we took that to mean that we were in control. As a man thinketh, so he shall be. Right? Straight out of the Bible. Old Testament? I don't remember. I was never a chapter and verser anyway. But the truth is we're not in control of that, right? What we are in control of it, look at the serenity prayer. God's grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, the key to that second part is the word courage, the heart. You get to choose how much of your heart you want to share at any given moment. And Dark Moon in Virgo, this is tonight about sharing it with yourself, but then moving that energy through that as you heal, the world heals. So it's not narcissistic to heal yourself with that. I mean, yes, we can contemplate our own navels and chakras till the cows come home, and they would be really bored with our conversation considering they're cows, right? There is a bit crown chakra up the root chakra that goes on for a while on the spiritual path. But for the most part, we're all serving something much larger than we can even conceive. The ineffable divine plan, if you want to put it in good omens terminology, right? Is that good? You with me? We're rocking and rolling. Any other questions? I'll take one more before we dive. That was 7 minutes. That wasn't too bad considering the size of the question. I could be talking for another 7 hours on that. Dig, whack. Yes. Oh. Feels so nice. I just like the sound of the thwarp. So you guys want to get up into this healing thing and then we can Q&A after? Let's get up in this healing gig, right? Let's send some of this stuff out to the world. So quickie, the Emerald, I want you to think Heart Chakra. If you're not familiar with the chakras in the rainbow colors, it's Roy G. Biv. From your root to your crown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, right? So red, orange, blue. I'm not touching myself on camera. I'll get busted for that, right? Root chakra, sacral chakra, your navel, a little bit lower. Solar plexus, yellow, green, turquoise, blue, indigo, blue, violet, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, Roy G. Biv. What we're going to be doing is calling upon not just those energies within ourselves, but the archangels and the gods that created them, so that they can work through us. You'll see. You'll see. Now, if you have the words in front of you from the Facebook group, great. If not, I'm going to be doing this in the repeat after me style anyway, taking some breaths in between. So it's not just about the words. And to be honest with you, it's not about the words. It's about the intention. But words are powerful things, and used wisely, they can really change the world from the inside out, at least what we're shooting for, right? First wave, we're clearing the energetic fields, allowing emotions that have been trapped in lower vibration to pass through us back to source. We're alchemizers, if you will, right? Second wave, they're doing the social justice, this divine masculine, the divine yang. They're out there making change, right? We're clearing the field for them energetically so that they have the energetic support that they need to do physically. It's just the way it is, and everybody has that balance in their personal life. Yeah. So this is our part to help. And you don't have to feel what I'm talking about. You just need to mean it. And I'm going to read through it. You know me. I'm not going to just have you repeat after me without you knowing what it is before you repeat it after me. That's not how I work, right? So take a nice deep breath. This is not a repeat after me. I just want you to take it in. And remember, change the fucking words. I don't care. Emerald Heart Chakra fire. I am the emerald flame of the gods in action, healing, harmonizing, balancing, and fortifying all it touches. I now call forth this emerald flame to be completely self-sustained, the maximum that cosmic law will allow in potency and duration for the well-being of all. I now project this emerald flame of the gods in action, in, down, around, and through my body, my mind, my entire world. Emerald fire, emerald flame, blaze, 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 emerald fire, emerald flame, raise, raise, raise. My earth, my air, my fire, my water, my earth, my air, my fire, my water, my earth, my air, my fire, my water, my earth, my air, my fire, my water. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the healing I require. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the harmony I desire. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the balance I desire. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the fortitude I require. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the courage that I require. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the love that I require. That I am now. And so it is. Got it? We're going to do a repeat after me, but just let me jump back for a second. Jump back. Check myself. The violet flame one, right? Because we'll be doing that with the focus on the green, the emerald. This one we'll be doing with the amethyst. Not seeing any questions or anything going on, so I'm going to keep going. I am the violet consuming flame of the gods in action, dissolving and consuming all lies and illusions, deceptions and delusions in my body, my mind, and my entire world. I call forth this violet consuming flame of the gods, come here, you, in action, to be completely self-sustained, the maximum that cosmic law will allow in duration and potency for the well-being of all, in grace and gratitude for the well-being of all that I am now. Violet fire, violet flame, blaze, blaze, blaze. Violet fire, violet flame, raise, raise, raise. All lies, illusions, deceptions, delusions. 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 Violet fire, violet flame, blaze, blaze, blaze. Violet flame, violet fire, raise, raise, raise. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the air, the fire, the water. I am the heart of violet fire. I'm the transformation the gods desire. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the healing, on and on and on. Got it? Nothing like, and I sign my soul over to Angelo Lyons to scoop his litter. Yeah, I don't use it. The boys do. I'm their mama. I'll do that. We good? Any questions? I mean, any questions that, it's not necessarily Q&A. You ready? You got your rocks? Do you have your rocks? He's got his magic rocks. Where's Mark and his magic rocks? I've got my magic rocks. Shall we? Um, so here's the thing. We all have people that we know have healing, that have healing, that need healing, right? There's only so much we can do in this world right now with what's going on. But we're going to fill up our own chalices first. Heart chakra, crown chakra. If you like love and wisdom, right? And with that, we will channel power through us. Now, to clarify, there are archangels involved in here. If you don't like the words that I'm using in terms of deity, the gods, the angels, you could use whatever you want. But the emerald flame for me is all about Archangel Uriel and Archangel Ariel. They're a couple, lovely couple. Although he does sit as the gatekeeper of Tartarus, but you know, you get work where you can fund it. She's the archangel of the green of nature. We're friends. And the violet flame is Archangel Zadkiel. There's so much written about the violet flame. You could study it for years. I mean, really, just Google violet flame and watch the crazy that pops up on your screen. But there is a core truth in there. Stuff with Saint Germain in there, who's a trickster. We talked about that last time we did this stuff. But the emerald flame, not so much. So we're going to focus on that a little bit. Good? You ready? Please get yourself comfortable in a position that you can stay in for a few minutes. And feel free to super chat, peeps, even if you don't have a question. But if you do have a question, type it. Mal, because you might have just jumped in the room, type it. Mal will get it back to me. And if you super chat it, it gets priority. All right. Please get yourself comfortable, stabilized. I'm going to keep my feet firmly on the floor. And just give me a minute while I take a few nice, full, deep breaths. Visualize and breathe into your heart that with every inhale, that oxygen you breathe in touches the core, the center of your chest, feeding a flame that's already there. The core of the Anahata, the heart chakra. Its symbol, the six-pointed star, 3 of the triangle pointing down, heaven descending, 3 of the triangle pointing upward, earth ascending. The zone of overlap, the midway point between the root and the crown. It's sacred truth. Love is divine power. Its sphere in the Kabbalistic tree of life, Tiferet, harmony, balance. The sacrament of marriage in the 7 sacraments of the Christian tradition. The Sabbath of Beltane in the 8-fold pagan wheel of the year. It is this emerald flame I call to, the eternal power of love within each and every soul, the core truth, the core identity, the I am that is love. It is from this place I call forth. I am the emerald flame of the gods in action. Repeat that back. Healing, harmonizing, balancing, and fortifying all it touches. I now call forth this emerald flame to be completely self-sustained, the maximum that cosmic law will allow, in potency and duration, for the well-being of all. I now project this emerald flame of the gods in action. In, down, around, and through. Let's repeat that. In, down, around, and through. In, down, around, and through. By my body, my mind, my entire world. My body, my mind, my entire world. My body, my mind, my entire world. Emerald fire, emerald flame, blaze, blaze, blaze. Emerald fire, emerald flame, raise, raise, raise. My earth, my air, my fire, my water. 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 I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the healing that I require. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the harmony I desire. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the balance I desire. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the fortitude I require. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the courage I require. I am the heart of emerald fire. I am the love that I require. That I am now. And so it is. 3-word mantra to the heart. I love you. 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 Cradle that child of your heart. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. So might it be. And so it is. Breathe. Ground. Feel both feet on the floor. If you got them on the floor, just become aware of your body as you stabilize. The planet Earth in the center of your heart, the child of your heart holding the hologram of planet Earth as one heart is healed. All hearts are healed. So would it be. And so it is. Take a moment. Take a breath. Oh, I see some messages got deleted. Kind of love having moderators. Ground and center. Got any questions? Now would be the time to put them in. The ladies will write them down and we'll get to them afterwards. Like, what the fuck was that? It's your heart chakra merging with everybody wants to talk about one love, one heart, Bob Marley, until you actually activate it within yourself. Feel free to type questions as we go. They will write them down and feed them back to me. Super chatted or not. By the way, Mal, I'm wearing your spritzy spray, the one with the basil and the orange and all that. Got a nice little aromatherapeutic buzz going on. Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Y'all feeling it? Heart open? See, we're building this up because then we're going to see that. Then we're going to go this one, the violet flame, and then we're going to combine them and send them to everyone on the fucking planet Earth and beyond. I said that with a smile on my face. You ready? All right. Love in the green. I know. So tonight, this will be on my heart. This will be on my crown. And this will be somewhere in the middle. I'm hoping on my throat chakra, probably not in my mouth because, you know, swallowing risk. Not good for children under the age of 5. Ages 18 and up. Yeah, no, let's not play with that. Everybody, wow, okay. So someone's really going for it with the verbal attacks or whatever, but that's why we have moderators. Mark, that was absolutely amazing. I know. Oh, my heart's open now. I mean, I have humility, but come on. I'm good at what I do. What do you think? I've just been the caterpillar, chewing up the books and eating all the practices all this year. I went into my cocoon. I liquefied, and now I'm a butterfly, right? I'm sharing my... Ever. I don't take myself that seriously. Hi, Mal. Just getting here. What kind of questions are we doing? Anything about what we're doing here? Questions about dark moon in Virgo, the new moon in Libra, the chakra work that we just did, one part of it. We still got 2 more parts, so take a few deep breaths. Let's go into our second part. Don't worry about it. Just breathe. Not going to ask anybody to repeat after me anything that they're not. Away, Lakanuki got me. Away, come on, Wanule. I mean, that's a Bette Midler joke, which is probably a Hawaiian joke that I just know because Bette Midler said it. Because when Bette Midler talks, I listen, apparently. She saved my life once, long story. It's not like from drowning or anything. I mean, inspirationally. Shall we? Shall we? Don't be rude, not needed. Bye-bye. And the best thing is, I will never know what they actually said. So you can yell at me, call me, whatever you want. My ladies will catch it. You big doll face. Okay. So now the amethyst. Yeah, if any of you are asleep, I'm glad, but how? This is pretty high vibe stuff. I haven't had a cup of coffee since like 4 p.m. This is etheric chakra fire. We are now going to shift to the violet flame crown chakra coals. I read it to you before. If you're just jumping in the room, don't worry. I'm not going to make anybody say or do anything that they don't want to do. But you'll see what we do. It's going to be lovely. Ready? Please get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes. Now, you noticed I held the Malachite because I don't actually have an emerald. Although, if anybody's thinking of an engagement ring, that would be the stone to get me. Heart chakra, particularly because, you know, there's a nerve that goes right from your heart to your ring finger. Did you know that? It's a whole nerve thing, passageway. So I held that to my heart. Now, I'm not going to be holding this like this. No. I'm going to be holding it to my heart as well because I'm the heart of violet fire. Please get yourself comfortable in a position that you can stay in comfortably for a couple of minutes. Close your eyes or not, up to you, but please do make sure you are grounded, you are stable. You do not take a swan dive into a lit candle or something like that. I literally can't do that without breaking my ribs, so we're good to go. Ready? You ready? Let's rock and roll. Here we go. Take, again, a few deep breaths. Nothing crazy, right? You don't got to hyperventilate. You don't got to hypoxia. You don't got to Wim Hof. You don't got to in through one nostril, out through the other. Pranayama. Just breathe. And you can feel that heart chakra open, right? It's like you feel better than you did. You kind of have to. Just being here in the now, where there are no problems, they're just situations, right? So now bring your focus upward. Like there's this thing in yoga where you inhale, you hold your breath, you cross your eyes, you look up, and you touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth. It looks a little goofy. It looks like this. You know, just worth it, worth the goofy look. But just draw your attention there. And remember that the crown chakra has no words. Crown chakra is the satellite dish, the antenna. It has no words. It receives impulses, waves, vibrations, which are then translated in the pineal gland into words and sounds, then expressed through the throat chakra. So think of your crown chakra as the 1,000-petaled lotus, which is what its Sanskrit name, Sahasrara, Svadhisthana, I forget which one is which. One's sacrum, one's crown, I can never remember. Too much alike. The 1,000-petaled lotus, violet petals of fire. How many of yours are open? Doesn't need to be all 1K. Imagine them now, like a lotus, just gently relaxing, receiving only the highest and best. It has to make it through the violet chakra fire that's already there. And as you breathe, feed the flame of the crown chakra. And find its variety of stillness. The stillness and silence of the upper room. Above the fray of the mind, the silent witness. The transcendent self, the touch point of the higher self in the physical body. Eternal, immortal, forgiving. Because it knows whatever has happened, it couldn't have gone any other way. Just scripted like that. So it is from this place I offer these words and repeat after me with breath. Change the words as needed. Violet flame blaze forth. I am the violet consuming flame of the gods in action, dissolving and consuming all lies and illusions, deceptions and delusions in my body, in my mind, and in my entire world. I call forth this violet consuming flame of the gods in action to be completely self-sustained, the maximum that cosmic law will allow in duration and potency for the well-being of all, in grace and gratitude for the well-being of all that I am now. Breathe. Violet fire, violet flame, blaze, blaze, blaze. Violet fire, violet flame, raise, raise, raise. All lies, all illusions, all deceptions, all delusions. 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 Breathe. Violet fire, violet flame, blaze, blaze, blaze. Violet fire, violet flame, raise, raise, raise. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. 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 I am the heart of violet fire. I am the transformation the gods desire. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the transmutation the gods desire. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the power the gods desire. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the wisdom the gods desire. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the forgiveness this world requires. I am the heart of violet fire. I am the freedom this world requires. I am the heart of violet fire. That I am now, so mote it be, and so it is. And so it is. Breathe. Take a moment. We still have one more to go. We're an hour and 3 minutes in. If anybody has any questions about what went down, super chat for priority. You get yours done first. Regular chat, we'll get them all done, one way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. Giving you time to recalibrate. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Come back to the room. We got one more to do. And this one we're going to use the words of Matt Kahn for, but we're going to call forth those flames individually and collectively before we do so. So give me a little tickety tap, little tippity tap, tippity tap. Let me know you're in the room, that you're okay. I know there's a time delay. I don't expect instant gratification. Instant gratification isn't fast enough. Thank you, Ascended Master Carrie Fisher. You'll always be Suzanne Vale to me. How are we doing? How y'all doing? You good? Giving you time to integrate. Not having a chakra-fired dog pile here, so to speak. Cat pile. Dark moon in Virgo, anything can happen. That was very cleansing. Why, thank you. Chakra fire will do that. So do understand what we just did is we bathed our minds, our bodies, our entire personal world, right? All the yin stuff, right? My body, my mind, my world. You're now essentially eternally lit heart and crown chakras, or at least the maximum that cosmic law will allow in duration and potency for your well-being and the well-being of all concerned. So I don't think I'm getting sleep anytime tonight, but that's okay. I'll get by. This next one, though, if anybody has any questions, type them in. The ladies will, my moderators, Mal and Meow Meow. This is our first time. Sorry, Mal Flanders and Meow Meow Dollface will write them down, and we will get them all done before we're done. I don't feel like they will take very long, but super chats get priority. They will be at the top of the list. You get to leave the chat early if you want. The regular ones I will field before we are all done. Good, good, good. 11:11 is in a minute. Oh my God, we made it to 11:11. D console. All right, 11:11. Make your freaking wish. I already know what I'm wishing. I already know what I'm wishing. 11:11. Make a wish. At least Eastern time. For the well-being of all, if that's possible. So would it be, and so it is. Swing. All right. Anybody got any questions? If not, I'm moving forward, and we can do questions at the end of this. This is our last one for the night. It's only one page. It's not con. You don't got to worry if you repeat after me or not if you want. But what we're going to do is now we're going to take the purple green stone, or you could take both your purple and your green. That's fine. Whatever works. They're carriers. They're not pieces of Stonehenge, right? I am the 11:11, which is honor. Whatever. You don't understand my connection to the 11:11. You couldn't possibly, unless you wore white pants after Labor Day in 1991. Trauma. Shall we? Let's do this last part, right? Unless anybody's got to speak now or forever hold your question, or at least until later. I forgot all about 10-10 wins. Yeah, no, that's okay. That was cute. We had work to do tonight. Because now this next part, like Autumn asked before about, the quantum entanglement and everything, and her question for $30. Thank you very much. Yes, now is the part where all charged, right? All cylinders lubed and ready, I guess. Probably not the best words for it. But now we're going to take this a step further. We're going to get into what is called earth, heart-centered groundedness, right? Earth grounded, but heart-centered. That Emerald Chakra fire, you can see in there very easily planet Earth, right? The hologram of planet Earth is within our heart. It's the heart of the mother. The mother is in our hearts. It's a long story. Quantum entanglement, and unity consciousness, and all that stuff. But through the unity of, you call it what you want, the divine, as one heart heals, all hearts heal. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the emerald fire, emerald flame, and the violet fire, violet flame, or I said velvet flame. The velvet flame, why do I know that name? That's a singer, isn't it? Isn't the velvet flame? Why isn't the name? The name will come to me. If anybody knows the name, Velvet Fog, Velvet Flame. I'm seeing faces. I don't know the names to it, but singers from the way back. Oh my God. Anyway. Hey, Mama B. How you doing, honey? Velvet Fog. Who's the Velvet Fog? Who is that singer? It'll come to me later. Trivia. Not to him, though, I'm sure. So let's do this. You got your Velvet Fog, Mel Torme, thank you so much. That would have driven me nuts. You came in the room just at the perfect time, Mama B. Blessed be, Mama B. The Velvet Revolver. Okay, now we're tangenting. Let us all rope ourselves back in. Rachel Heller, is it normal light, being a meditative state to feel your triggers? Okay, write that one down for me. We'll get to that. Let's do this. Let's get it out of the way. Glad everybody's getting their questions in. We're going to keep moving along now so that we're not here until 1 a.m. Please get yourself comfortable in position you can stay in for a couple minutes. Close your eyes and breathe. Put both feet on the floor if you can. That's helpful. I mean, the way I was taught to ground and center, I was taught by witches who like drill your root chakra down into the core of Mother Earth. Well, this is a little bit easier because we're working with the holographic reality of planet Earth in the center of our heart. So get yourself comfortable. Again, supported by pillows. If you fall asleep, that's fine. But let's get up into this one. So again, take a minute, breathe. And know that eventually all your questions will be answered. Maybe not tonight from me, but all of the questions that have ever been asked all have answers somewhere in the higher planes. And sometimes there are just answers waiting for questions. So breathe now. First into your heart. Feel that breath go into the heart. And then exhale it up through the head. Heart, crown, in through again through the mouth and the nose. Cycle those. So we have emerald fire, violet flame. Emerald fire, violet flame. Emerald fire, violet flame. Place now for me into this fluorite stone, the carrier of the emerald violet flame of the gods in action. Sacred love, sacred wisdom, healing, harmony, balance, fortitude, forgiveness, transformation, freedom, transmutation, for the well-being of all. Emerald violet flame, blaze forth. Emerald fire, emerald flame, blaze forth. And now, feeling all of that, wherever you are, however you are, hands upon the heart. See Mother Earth there, turning on her axis following the orbit around our sun Helios, who is following in his orbit around a greater central sun, the I am that I am, the galactic core, the great central sun. And breathe as you will. This emerald violet flame, already in, down, and around you, through and you, into Mother Earth. And repeat these words after me with breath for the well-being of all. Here we go. In the dimension of oneness, I allow Mother Earth to receive all she gives me. When the earth energizes my heart, my heart replenishes the planet. We'll do that one again. When the earth energizes my heart, my heart replenishes the planet. One more time with that. When the earth energizes my heart, my heart replenishes the planet. When I am uplifted by Mother Earth, Mother Earth is uplifted by me. When Mother Earth is uplifted by me, I raise the vibration of the planet. When I raise the vibration of the planet, the planet raises the vibration of me. When the planet raises the vibration of me, I become a light. I become a light that liberates all souls. When the planet raises the vibration of me, I become a light that liberates all souls. When the planet raises the vibration of me, I become a light that liberates all souls. Violet fire, emerald flame, blaze, blaze, blaze. Emerald fire, violet flame, raise, raise, raise. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. 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 For the well-being of all. That I am now. So mote it be. And so it is. And so it is. Breathe. Thank you. Thank you, our collective pantheons of guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, and ancestors. And thank you, each and all, for your participation in this dark moon in Virgo healing for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Take a moment. Can I get a yes? Which work? Yes, which work? Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, my angels, my gods, my people. You know, whatever you call yourself, it's all good by me. Just don't call me late for dinner. So I do believe it is a question time. I believe it is question time. Now take a moment and ground yourself. Mal, we'll start with Mal. Can you give me the first question on our agenda, if at all? If anybody said anything while my eyes were rolling back up into chakras or whatnot. Rachel Harris, is it normal while doing this, being in a meditative state, to see and feel your triggers? Absolutely. If you're seeing it, they're coming up and out, right? To be triggered, if you're feeling it, you're healing it. And here's one from Matt Kahn that I like, because I always have, you got to feel it to heal it. But if you're hearing it, you're clearing it, right? It's on its way up and out. Remember, not all of this is our own personal stuff. Yeah, some of it's ancestral, been in our cell tissue for thousands of years. But then there's also the empathy of drawing on other people's emotions. If you're a divine sensitive, look, everybody has the aspect of intuitive skill to feel what other people are feeling and to be transmuting things on planet Earth, whether they're aware of it or not. That's what's going on. That's the thing. It's not just like, oh, I'm an empath, now I'm doing this. Everybody's doing it. It's just, what are they doing? Are they driving themselves nuts in the process? Because your triggers, think of a buried landmine. You really want them exploded before you let the kids go out and play. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's okay that we get triggered, but the pressure behind those triggers can be societal, it can be racial, it can be gender-based, right? Like the rage of the divine feminine for the abuse, and on and on and on. I mean, obviously, right? The division between families, the grief of those who have lost loved ones, the worry of those who are well for those who are sick, for the ones who are sick who want to be well. All of this stuff. This just gives you another way of transforming this and moving this through your stuff. Yeah, but there is something to be said of, you know, like, unless you're really into it, if you're throwing something up, you don't like examine it before you flush it. Flush it, right? Let it go, let it flow. Screw you, Elsa. And that kind of power. Who think you are? Storm and Iceman all together? She a X-Man. But I'm Rogue. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. And was that a good? Does anybody have any other questions before we shut this puppy down? Because we've been going for a while. What is in store for us this Mercury retrograde? Really? Well, I will be honest with you. There are levels of consciousness where you stop being affected by astrological shenanigans and phenomena. I believe it's upward towards the 8th dimension. So seeing it from that place, you can look down and see that everything is totally scripted from the soul's point of view. But as far as Mercury retrograde goes, I would like to make a disclaimer. Number one, the planet doesn't actually go backwards in the sky. It's an optical illusion due to orbits, because not all orbits are perfectly circular 360 degrees, right? You got oblongs. They remember the oblongs? Jean Smart was in that too. Jean Smart is a goddess. There's nothing she can't do. So the thing is, it's like being in two trains, like Long Island Railroad, if you're from Long Island, right? At Babylon, right? You're headed towards the city. I wouldn't get on that train. All the money in the world. But, you know, you're both going at the same pace. And then one of you goes faster, so it looks like the other one's going backwards. That's what's really going on. Know the science, right? Before you tackle the paranormal, start with the normal. Terry Pratchett. So that being said, the planet symbolically means that it's time to rethink. People make a lot out of it, sure. Things governed by the planet Mercury, communication devices, mechanics tend to go backwards because they need to be fixed, right? They need to be relooked at. They need to be addressed, right? Rethought. But a great time for contemplation, reevaluation. And of course, the planets that it's going, the signs that it's going through can have its effect on that. But I think for the most part, there are some wise things. Don't sign contracts unless they've been double checked. It doesn't mean you can't move forward with your life. It doesn't mean you can't write a book or express yourself. Just make sure, you know, that the commas and the periods are where they need to be. That's why I have friends I run things through, particularly through the editorial process, right? So it is sort of like relooking, rethinking. Yes, ex-lover flash flood tends to happen to me when it happens. One will appear out of nowhere. So I'm a little prepared for that usually. A good time for reconciliations, reunions, that kind of stuff. But I don't think if you meet somebody during a Mercury retrograde that you're doomed to fail and rethink it. You're just going to look at it differently, so to speak. Yeah, I'm not so shook by retrogrades anymore. Really, once you get to the science angle, you go, oh, this is a huge psychological spell the ancients put us under, and we're still going for it, and that's okay. It's a clock, right? Even our calendar date, somebody figured out, right? And the Julian system. Hey, Julian. Hey, Julian. Cool. Yeah, Jean Grey here, rock and roll. Yeah, no. Phoenix. Who would I be? Well, I hear now they're saying Iceman is gay. Oh, he's coming out of the ice closet. Who knew? Bobby. Very blonde figures. Tired of being a twink. Oh, dear God. I'm going to look into that. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that people don't think planets actually go backwards in the sky. Now that would be a problem. Almost as bad as hurtling at the Earth itself, right? Yeah, no. Retrogrades, puns don't actually go backwards. They're an optical illusion. But, to the ancient ancestors, we, looking through a piece of glass that they crafted out of sand in the desert, it took them a while to get the smelting down, to get the lenses right. Because remember, smelt it, dealt it. Let's see. Thank you for sharing this with us. You are so welcome. I'm a teacher first. That's, my mom, she's retired. She still teaches classes online through Strathmore, whatever the college is up there in Saratoga, that Saratoga area. So it's just in my blood. So I love to teach and really watch any of my readings. By the way, these new moon to full moon readings I'm doing this week, they are kicking ass and taking names, apparently. It's so funny. Those readings get the least amount of views. Everybody wants the twin flames and the soulmates, and I get it. But these are the ones that are telling you how to actually maneuver through a waxing and waning moon, which are going to involve your twin flames and your soulmates. So go check them out. Yeah. You thought everything was in retrograde. Well, apparently Uranus is retrograde, but they have a cream instead of surgery now. Oh, the progress of medicine. Do we have any other do we have any other super chat questions? Did we get any super chat? I know we got the one. If anybody wants to super chat me a question, do it now because it helps pay my bills too. Help me pay these bills. Let's see. I subscribe because I'm a Virgo too, and I love our perspective. There are entire YouTube channels that just read for Virgos. I should know. I'm subscribed to one of them or two of them. I forget. They're both good. But, when you're in the field itself, you got the cards on the table. You don't really need to push a button. But it's always nice to hear different readers say the same thing over and over and over. And you're like, yeah, I know. Just checking. Nope, no change there. Yeah. Right. So that's it. So if anybody else has any other questions, Q&A, ask me anything. What do you got? You want to send me some cash? Hey, Mama B, thank you for the 555. Number of change. I'll change some fools. Unless we're talking in the tarot, then it's the leap of faith. No one else has questions. You can pick the brain. See, this is why people wait until they get me in private on a day off. And then they come at me with a little dental pick and a scalpel, right? They're like, what about, and all day long I'm like, right? Yeah, this is your opportunity, people. I was going for the button just as you mentioned it, of course, because we are one. I say, Bachagalupa was a one. I have 5 planets in retrograde in my birth chart, one being Jupiter. That's a challenge. I think I just have the one. I have Saturn retrograde. And Saturn's, one of the slow movers. It's very Generation X, right? But it's in Aries, which means I was never going to do well working for an authority figure, that I had to start my own thing. I had a brilliant astrologer, Joanne Rule, R-U-H-O. Wow, that I could remember that name. She's the one who did my chart back in the 90s and said, you really should start your own company. Join the Circle Productions. I started when I was 29 years old, right as my Saturn return hit. So yeah, wow. Neato. All right, if anybody else has any other questions, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. I'm going to go jump off and take off my makeup and all of that. What do you think? What effect do you think Mars is having right now? Well, I mean, considering it was so close. See, here's the deal. these gods and that these planets are named after have an entire gestalt of energy. So it's the part of co-creation. Yes, the planets are doing what they're doing, but it's the narrative that you assign to them that come together in a certain alignment or not, right? So a lot of it's subjective, but like, for example, the dark moon leading up to a new moon in Libra on a Friday, that's Venus, 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 right? A seed of balance, a seed of partnership. That's why we're doing this, to sort of clear the path to plant that seed on Friday. And we will probably live stream, if not tomorrow night, definitely on Friday. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll pull some cards or something. It's fine. Yeah, right. Mercury just went retrograde. So it's so much of co-creation is about the psychological stories that the mind will give you, the ego will give you, well, suspicious at best, vicious at worst, right? That's the inflamed nervous system, right? Part of the soul, but just it's still incubating, right? So that's why it's very important that we kind of do whatever internal healing work we have, regardless of what the planets are doing. I think of astrology like weather, all right? It may be raining out. I have an umbrella. I'll be fine, right? You know what I'm saying? It's certainly easier to plan planting around seasons when you know what season it is going to be, right? Try and plant a tree in February on Long Island, you need a jackhammer, right? In June is much easier. So that's the way I think of it. And of course, you know, I've been teaching witchcraft and spell work and intention work for decades. So of course I know the astrological language of that stuff, right? Every day of the week has a ruling planet. Friday is Venus, right? So it's going to be a new moon in Libra, ruled by Venus. But also what's interesting is the full moon, right? New moon to full moon next is in Taurus, and Taurus is also ruled by Venus. And that's why I feel like any kind of love stuff that you're doing, that's what you have these for. So that you at least have a jumping off point, a touchstone, if you will, that you can work with, even if, you know, what is it, 3-something p.m. on Friday, it goes new, and then 6:11, it's void, of course. Like, just grab a hold of your rock and say, love, 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 whatever it is that your intention is. Plant that seed. Yeah. Anybody else have any other questions? Anything at all? You want my attention? You want to give me some money? Send me $1 for a question. I'll be glad to do my best. But, you know, otherwise, I've got a red delicious apple waiting for me. I didn't think I keep this shape without a red delicious apple. It's my dessert. It's all right. We good? I feel like we're done. Are we? I have Jupiter in Virgo, which was retrograde. Is it still in retrograde? I don't know. Let me clarify something. I'm not an astrologer. That's too much math for me. Although, I mean, I guess I could look it up on the calendar there somewhere, but I'd have to kind of scan through. But I highly recommend, and remember, this is no product placement. No one's sponsoring me. But every year I get the Witch's Calendar by Llewellyn. This is the one for 2020. It's chock full of interesting information. I mean, it's just fascinating, darling. Really, as witch calendars go, it's premium. Top notch. Yeah, I went to private school. Yeah, I can do that accent pretty damn well. I can get by in a country club with a bunch of bees with drinks. So a wasp was drinking a martini. How did the bee hold the drink? If you have not read Postcards from the Edge, you have no idea what you are missing there. We had a clusterfuck of planets back in spring. I think that was one of, it's very possible. But here's the beauty about all of this stuff. Here's a way to look at it. They just gave me a little bit of an image. I want you to think of this. Think of looking at the solar system from above, right? Maybe hovering over planet Earth in an ethereal body, obviously not a physical one that would burn. Just saying. Not to mention the cosmic waves, you know, the gamma rays could turn you green and angry. But imagine seeing it in like that time lapse, right? The sped up, right? The planet's spinning around and spinning around and spinning around. First of all, you'll see nothing goes backwards. But see it like a celestial clock. And remember that astrology is based with planet Earth in the center of the circle. A lot of people don't know that. Like, where's planet Earth? It's the center. You're looking at the horizon, right? So there's Earth astrology, our own thing, but that if you did it from Venus's point of view, it would be different, right? So when we incarnate into this world, this is, I'm not the first person to say this. This isn't Mo Mal and his crazy, wacky ideas. No, the idea is that all this astrological stuff is helpful for in the Akashic records to kind of pick the perfect life for you, for your soul's development, not your ego's gratification or your personality satisfaction. Because when what you want and what you need are the same thing, you call it manifestation. But when what you need shows up, but it's not what you want, you either blame yourself or you blame the gods or you blame astrology or a retrograde planet. It's all about the narrative, honey. You're one with it anyway. You're not separate from these planets. E equals MC squared, yo. What's that? Was that MC Einstein? What the fuck was that? Oh, what are the Akashic records? Matt Kahn just gave this definition the other day, blew me out of the water. I was like, so simple. It's the library of this collective subconscious. He said, I would go deeper into unconscious personally, but it's all the thoughts that have ever been thought, all the lives that have ever been had here or elsewhere, intergalactic, however you want to see that. Looks like a library. I just got my Akashic Record library card this past week. Well, I had one, but it was deactivated. You have to be at a certain place to be able to handle it. You're not allowed to touch the books. I'll tell you that. Don't touch the books. I didn't even try. And they called me by my first name. I thought they were going to call me by my spiritual name because I got a bunch. They called me Mark, and I sort of got it. Did. Like Matt Kahn said, but when the angels call you by your earth name, it really has an effect. And it did. Like I broke down and cried in prayer and meditation. See, I'm either like, I think I'm psychotic, but usually psychotics don't. But I will say that this does bear out in my life. The stuff that I experience on the inner does serve on the outer. So take it for what it's worth. I know, I love Matt Kahn. I don't know. He's younger than me, but not that much younger than me. I mean, he's in his 40s. I'm in my 50s. There's a lot of differences between us. But when he said the love revolution, I was like, me and every hippie I know been part of that love revolution, but he reframed it in such a heart-centered way where you don't have to do all the chemicals, you know? I'm very East Coast. He's very West Coast. He drinks kale every day. I drink coffee often. To say every day is ridiculous. That's several times a day, right? We're just different. He's sweater vests. I'm silver jewelry, you know? Takes all kinds. I adore him. Would love to meet him, shake his hand, give him a hug if he would allow it. You know, I don't know what his people are like. But I'm very, very touched by his work, and he really saved my shit during my last Dark Night of the Soul. Past couple of them, actually, fucking nightmare, right? And those librarians, I know. Matt Kahn said they look like Benedictine monks. I had to go check. I was like, yeah, he's right, they do. I was like, Benedictine monk. I mean, I knew the ones that had the kind of bald spot on top, a little crop circle effect going on. Those aren't them. Yes. Don't the 80s rock? Because I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me, though technically the Kiss Dynasty album was like, what, 78, 79? Splitting hairs. Splitting hair bands. I don't know, whatever. I don't think of Kiss as a hair band, though. Do you? Comment below. Oh my god. We haven't done this in a while too. It is kind of like catching up on all of this stuff. Oh, you said 60s rocks. Sorry. I mean, yes. I was born in 1968. Not many memories from it. First of all, I had to swim down through all that psychedelia to get here. But I'm here. Good times and fun times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Yeah, still incarnate. Does Matt Kahn know how much you love him? Well, God, I hope not. That could be, look, I'm not a stalker. I don't have stalker DNA. Detective DNA, I have. My parents could hide shit in the house while I was growing up, right? Scoping and probing, intuition like a compass, like a magnet drawn to the contraband. But you get the dealio, right? You get the dealio, right? I would love to meet him. I tried to meet up with him he wasn't at DragCon. His first trip to New York, was for a Hay House thing he was doing, obviously, in New York the same weekend as DragCon 2 years ago. I know because I have YouTube will show you, oh, 2 years ago you did this. And I tried to connect with him, but I don't think the message got through to him. I would have just loved to like run into his hotel, shake his hand, say thank you so much. I hope we can meet again sometime, but it didn't work out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, see, I'm not a big star fucker. I'm really not. There are people who are like dazzled by fame. I have sat across the table from Heidi Klum, about as far away as this camera is from me, and I just sat there. I mean, I was there helping a friend interview her. I said not a word. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, but better than anybody else. See, that's the illusion of separation. I'm sure even in her heart, she knows that everybody's doing the best that she can. Beautiful woman, though. She chain smoked cigarettes and ate blueberries. It was right after she broke up with Seal. I had lunch with Fern Malice. If you don't know who Fern Malice is, she only started Fashion Week. But you know what? I'm not in the fashion industry. I was there as an ancillary character. I was a witch helping someone else make their dreams come true. And now I'm making my own. And others, you know, as witches do. I'd like my own to come true, please. The Shatner. Okay, I have no idea where that came from. I would pay money to see you two in discourse. I would too. Like, I mean, and that's the thing. This is why the super chats help. The super chats and all this stuff kicks in the algorithm, right? So when I do these, and a lot of people watch them, people super chat, it ups my numbers. Well, it also puts money in my account eventually. There's a whole process. It doesn't go instantly into my account on super chat. That's why Venmo and PayPal and all that are greatly appreciated. Or just book me for a reading. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, it's easy enough to do. You can pay me. We do everything right through Facebook Messenger. But like, I would love to be able to get the technology to do a split screen, right? Mal and I have been talking about doing a podcast, right? So we're trying to figure all that stuff out. And I'm not really technologically advanced, but you give me the components, I can make it work as an artist, right? Whatever you give me. The camera I have is over 4 years old. My laptop is from 4 years ago. So eventually, as my bills get paid more steadily and I'm working more, I will be able to do all sorts of other stuff, collabs and stuff like that on YouTube. What I really want to do is get out there. What I really want to do is get out there and teach, again, face-to-face in rooms, and we can live stream it, Zoom it, whatever. But obviously, that's not happening this year. Maybe not even next. We'll see. Cool. Cool, cool. So here's the tea. I think I am going to call it a night. We've been doing this an hour and 45 minutes. It's more than enough time to get questions asked and answered. We will do this again, and I'm going to do something for the new moon on Friday. I'm just not sure what time that will be, if I have plans with a gentleman caller or not. That is superseding. Are you kidding me? A Libra new moon on Friday? Yeah, if that goes down, that's happening. But other than that, if I do come on, maybe we'll do some healing mantra cards, or we'll chat and we'll pull some cards. And again, we'll Q&A as we did today as well. I'd like to make that more of a regular thing, but we'll see how it goes. Cool, cool. Con! I'm very pro-con. Chaka, Madeline, Matt. I'm good. I just want to say that Genghis and Kublai Khan are not I'm not very pro them, because they were horrible boyfriends. You have no idea. I mean, leave you waiting outside the oasis for hours. Just horrible. Ugh, and all those wives. Who had time? Ugh, bunch of cats, all of them. Well, all that sand. Okay, people. I love you all so very, very much. I am shutting down for tonight. Join the Facebook group. Check out the readings that I'm doing this week. They are very helpful. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. The What Do You Need reads for this new moon in Libra to full moon next in Scorpio. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of the evening. Say it with me. Say it twice to be doubly blessed. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be. Night off.